Hey Mountainside, thank you guys for tuning in once again. Hope you guys are staying encouraged. I hope these little videos are helping you guys get through this period of social isolation. It's amazing what has changed in Rick and I's life in just the last week alone. We've gone from being preachers and ministers and working on Bible studies to also being video editors and trying to figure out how to bring you all a sense of normality to your life. And so I just want to take you through a little walkthrough of what it's like to be Rick and I right now. Like you guys see, this is our high-tech recording studio, right? All of this is either what we already had on hand or stuff that individuals like Claude Schleier has been so gracious in order to let us have. This is our camera. This is our audio check device. We're hooked up directly to the sound equipment with this microphone. We wish we could do this differently, but as of right now, places like Best Buy, they are closed. Places like Amazon won't be shipping for a while. And so in order for us to get this type of material, this is what we are using. And so we just ask that you guys be patient with us and show us a little bit of grace as we navigate this together with all of you. Finally, as we plug everything together, this is the end product of what we do. And then, so what I do is I take all of the files that have been loaded, video, audio, I splice them all together and I put them into a virtual processor that's called vMix. And so this is a way that we can tie everything in so it looks beneficial for you all. Like I said, this is just one of those things that Rick and I were trying to navigate. We're trying to figure out exactly the best way in order for you guys to get a visual experience that's pleasing and not distracting from the words and the message that we're trying to present to you each and every Sunday morning. So there you have it. I hope you guys feel a little bit more informed. It's just more of a process than Rick and I ever really anticipated. I didn't join youth ministry to be a producer or a video editor, but it's what we're doing in order to bless you all. So we thank you guys for tuning in. We love you all. We can't wait to worship together again. Until then, we pray for you and we just ask that God bless you in your lives.
Good evening, Mountainside. It's good to be with you this evening. I hope you're having a blessed week. I know that I am so far. And yes, it's different, but I'm blessed. I'm having a good week. This past weekend, Vera and I, and I know several other elders and maybe their wives as well, but we were making a lot of phone calls. We just want to check on everyone at Mountainside. We want to make sure that everyone's okay. And in the process, at some point in time, Lance Darnell, one of the shepherds, called me, and we were talking and we got to laughing because he said, you know, if someone wanted to know what we looked like in the 70s, he said, it won't take long before they're going to know exactly what we look like because, you know, with all of the barbershops and different things being closed, hairs get a little bit longer. And he said, you know, if we just had some of those big bell-bottom jeans that we used to have, they know exactly what we look like. And after that phone call, I got to thinking, well, yes, that's true in some ways, but it's not true in other ways because, oh my goodness, I'm thankful to have what hair that I have, but at the same time, it's receded considerably. It's a whole lot grayer. And all those wrinkles, and I'm thinking we just need to take this conversation in a different direction. You know, with the outbreak of the coronavirus, you know, it's been described by many as the worst public health crisis in our lifetime. And as far as my lifetime's concerned, it is. And, you know, around this world, they're taking drastic measures in a bid to stop the spread of this virus. And you're seeing things like this social distancing, words that, you know, we've really never used before, or phrases, I should say. They're closing, you know, all types of business establishments down. And in some places, entire communities are on lockdown. And the situation, it's literally changing on an hourly basis. And in this age of the smartphone, you know, the breaking news updates, they're constant. They're happening all the time. In fact, they're happening so often that the World Health Organization has suggested that if your mental health is suffering with the anxieties that this news is bringing, then you really need to limit seeking this information, limit it to once or twice a day. But the news is serious, and it's certainly something that requires the vigilance of each of us, to basically do what we can to curb the spread of this virus. However, with all this noise, it can be easy to feel overwhelmed and miss out on, some of the more positive news that is most certainly out there concerning this circumstance, concerning some of the things that individuals are doing, that companies are doing. And there's some really good news out there. And during times of fear and uncertainty, the very best elements of human nature, they can prevail. In fact, they should prevail. And we need to take the time, and we've got more time, it seems like, in this circumstance, but we need to take the time to look for the good stuff. Read a good book, watch an uplifting movie, and last but not least, literally do something positive. Because this is an opportunity for us to show the world Jesus in these times by our actions. We need to display love and care and kindness to the world around us. And you know what? This is exactly what Jesus would do, even if we have to do it from 6 feet away. Jesus replied with a story. He said a Jewish man was traveling from Jerusalem down to Jericho, and he was attacked by bandits. They stripped him of his clothes, they beat him up, and left him half dead beside the road. By chance, a priest came along, but when he saw the man lying there, he crossed to the other side of the road and passed him by. A temple assistant walked over and looked at him lying there, but he also passed by on the other side. Then a despised Samaritan came along, and when he saw the man, he felt compassion for him. And going over to him, the Samaritan soothed his wounds with olive oil and wine and bandaged them. Then he put the man on his own donkey and took him to an inn where he took care of him. The next day he handed the innkeeper 2 silver coins, telling him, "Take care of this man. If his bill runs higher than this, I'll pay you the next time that I'm here." Now, which of these 3 would you say was a neighbor to the man who was attacked by the bandits? Jesus asked. And the man replied, "The one who showed him mercy." Then Jesus said, "Yes, now go and do the same." In this difficult circumstance that all of us find ourselves in today, our means in which we carry out this example from the story that Jesus shared, our means may be limited, but it isn't squelched. It isn't squelched at all. We just have to think differently. Someone might say we have to think out of the box, but the end result will bring glory to our God. Have a good evening, Mountainside, and thank you.